Good morning, good morning. It is Gratitude Monday, and I hope you are having a beautiful start to your day. I know that I am. I actually love Mondays. It's not my favorite day of the week. I actually like Wednesdays as my favorite day of the week because usually I'm about halfway done with all the things I want to be able to do, or if I'm not halfway done, then I still know I have 2 more days to go. But it is Monday, it's a fresh week, and today I want to share a little bit about my Mother's Day. Good morning, Steve. Thanks for tuning in this morning. This is going to come to maybe a shock to a lot of people, or maybe this is something some people don't normally say, but I actually didn't want to be a mom. I did not want kids. I know that sounds kind of ridiculous because I have 2 kids now, and I actually prayed to have kids, so my perspective obviously changed. But when I was growing up as a teenager and in my 20s, I did not want kids. I liked the single life. I liked being able to come and go as I pleased. I liked focusing on my career, and I just enjoyed being single. My goal in life was to be a physical therapist, to get through PT school, start working as a PT, and actually to run a marathon in every state. So I was a gym rat. I really worked out about 4 hours a day, and I worked about 8 to 10 hours a day, and I just did not have time for a lot of relationships other than working out with my friends, and even the guy I was dating at the time, we worked out together. We ran around this park that was about 8 miles, and he would walk, run. He was more of a sprinter, and I was a long distance runner, but we could work out together. We could go to the gym and lift weights, and I enjoyed that life. Good morning, David. I loved that life. And then some stuff happened, and kind of my life started to fall apart a little bit. But the good part of that was in 2000, I was baptized. And it was about in that year. So I was born in 1974. So what would that make me? About 26 years old? Is my math right on that? In 2000, I was baptized, and Jesus changed my life. Good morning, Mary. Thanks for tuning in. Good morning, Diane. And it was about that time that, I started looking for something more. I started looking at my relationships. I started reevaluating my life. And it took me about 3, maybe 4 years to really figure out that my life really wasn't all about me. My life was about serving people, about meeting people, about taking care of people and nurturing people, about showing up for people and just trying to be a bright light in their life. And I still kind of live by that. I still live by this motto that I do not want to be the cause of somebody's bad day. That's kind of my theme. Like, do not be the cause of somebody's bad day. Lift that person up, encourage people, and that wasn't always the case. But when I started living my life for Jesus, I realized that my life is not about me. It's about other people. And it's about loving on other people and filling people's buckets. That's what I tell my kids now. We have this book called Filling Buckets, or actually, I don't know the title of it, but that's what it's about. It's about, are you adding to somebody's bucket, or are you causing their bucket to be drained? And that about 2000 to 2004, I really started taking stock and reevaluating my relationships. And in October of 2004, was it 2004 or 2003? I think it was 2003. October of 2003, I realized that I was hanging around some pretty toxic people who were really draining my bucket. And I don't want to say I cleaned house, but I really started changing what I was doing. And it was about that time that I finished a relationship with someone, and I was doing a lot of soul searching. And I was reading about the book of Ruth and the character of Ruth and the character of Esther in the Bible. And, you know, for such a time as this in the book of Esther, it was like, what am I here for? And I started just really delving into that. And then our church did the Purpose-Driven Life. It was like perfect timing. And I started to reassess what was going on in my life. I was being rerouted, I should say. And then, ironically, my husband, and not at the time, but this guy in the Purpose-Driven Life Bible study, we meet and we become friends. Next thing you know, we're engaged. And as we're going through the engagement, I'm like, you know, I kind of want kids now. And we got married, and I think I was 30, 31. So was he. Good morning, Gary. Good morning, David. And my life got rerouted. And as I was driving this morning, one of the roads is closed on the way to my office. So I have to take a different route. And I was thinking about that, how I was rerouted, and how many times God has rerouted my life to the point that, like, I feel like a different person than I was. I used to be this shy, quiet, really introverted girl. And now I'm still introverted, but I'm comfortable with me being introverted. And I still get nervous about meeting new people, but I'm okay with meeting new people. And I'm okay with learning how to interact with people and engaging with people. And I've just been rerouted so many times. So then when my husband and I decided to have kids, and I was told that I only had a 5% chance of having kids, I was devastated. I had to stop working out. That was one of my big problems, is I worked out too much. I would just finish a triathlon, and, you know, I was working out 4 hours a day because I love to work out. And the doctor, she's like, yeah, you can't work out that much. Your body fat's too low. You're not going to be able to have kids. You know, you're going to struggle anyway, because, you know, you're 33 years old, 33, 34 years old, and your clock is ticking, and you're training too much for stuff, and you can't work out. So, like, I cried for 45 minutes because I couldn't work out, and I cried because I didn't think I could have kids, and now I really wanted kids. So, as you know, the doctors said 5% chance of having kids, but God said 100%, and I have 2 beautiful daughters. One's 11, one's 9.5. And my life got rerouted, and I am okay with that. I am so thankful that my life got rerouted. It got rerouted into motherhood because God needed to show me that all the flaws in my life are just magnified with kids. Because kids, they like tell you stuff and they keep it real on a daily basis. So when you mess up, they're like, why'd you do that? You know, they have no filter, right? So, and that's fine. And I'm okay that I mess up with my kids, because we love each other, and they see that I mess up, and they see that they can mess up, and I'm still gonna love them, and they still love me, and that's all good. But my life got rerouted, and God said to me, now I didn't hear his voice, but I just feel like through the word and through the different things that have happened in my life, he was basically sharing with me, like, look, you can't be that selfish. You can't be selfish and be a mom, right? You just can't. If you want to be a good mom, or if you want to be caring and loving and nurturing, you can't be selfish as a mom. And I think about that because yesterday was Mother's Day. And I think about how my mom was just always there for me. And I think about how yesterday, you know, online school is not a joke. You know, if you're not used to homeschooling your kids. Good morning, Monica. Good morning, Shelly. Thanks for tuning in. And yesterday I spent 2 hours and 10 minutes figuring out what my youngest child had missed, had to make up, had to review, and had to do this week. 2 hours and 10 minutes I spent on Mother's Day organizing her homework and classwork for the week. And after 2 hours and 10 minutes, I have to say I was a little bit overwhelmed and frustrated, but we figured it out. And for my youngest, this is a big deal. Like, I have to help her organize because she has ADHD. And if it is not spelled out for her, like, she's just not going to do well. And I love her for that because she helps me show her love and grace even when I have to spend 2 hours and 10 minutes organizing things for her so that her world is better throughout the week. Now, she didn't help me for 2 hours and 10 minutes. That would have been a nightmare. And I would never have expected a 9.5-year-old to do that. But it just reminded me that God rerouted my life and how He is using me to serve people and not be the cause of somebody's bad day. When you look out today, I pray that you have a wonderful day. Looks like it might be sunny today. I'm not really sure. But I just hope that you were able to celebrate with your mom. And if your mom's not here, I'm so sorry for your loss. If you didn't really have a mom who was taking care of you and nurturing you through your childhood, but you had a mom-like figure, I hope that you were able to connect with her. Or if you had a dad-like figure and who kind of serves double duty as a dad and a mom, I hope that you were able to connect with him. But I just want to share this morning, I am so thankful that God rerouted my life into motherhood, because it is the biggest blessing that I can say that I've been able to share life with 2 little girls, with my husband, and just learn so much about myself, but also see who I am kind of reflected in these 2 little girls. So thankful today for having my life rerouted. Have a great day.